What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Our Streamers Cheaters. Today we're going to be talking about a Twitch TV streamer. This guy goes by the name of The Real Ginger P. We have some footage of him today where we're going to just analyse one of his games. This game is in fact blatant wall hacks being used in it. There are so many moments in the game that he shouldn't know where enemies are, but somehow pre-aims a position and holds it until the enemy appears. It's just absolutely weird the way in which he believes he's getting away with it. So we're going to take a dive into that gameplay today. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to hit that thumbs up if you're new, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. If you want to support the channel further, you can hit that blue join button today and become a member of the Triple B fam. But only do that if you enjoy the content here on the channel. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at BADBOY BEAMAN. Right, let's crack on with the video. As always, guys, we come across to the channel first. This is The Real Ginger P. He has 30 followers on Twitch TV. But this guy has some very suspicious gameplay. And I always say it doesn't matter how big or small. So, let's go and check out his gameplay. So we're just going to play this video through some of his gameplay and analyse it along the way. We are analysing this gameplay for wall hacks, not aimbot. Just so you're aware, his shots do seem and appear natural to me, to the best of my knowledge. But we're going to be taking a look at some of his positioning. We're going to be taking a look at the minimap knowledge that's put out. We're going to be taking a look at his awareness of where enemy positions are. And just throughout, we'll stop at certain moments and discuss them. So let's go.
This kid likes a superstore drop too. 1 out of 3. Alright, see you on the backside. There comes his boys.
Your primary objective is to kill them all.
Where you go?
Okay, so you can see a guy on the minimap there. It did look like there was a chevron. So it would appear he's on the roof.
Here one. And
remember, he's on controller, not keyboard and mouse. See the way he pushed that enemy then? Right, let's stop a second because I want to pull it back.
Here one.
Okay, so we're going to check a couple of things. Has he just seen the enemy then? Is that the enemy there? No knowledge of the enemy there. There he is. Okay, so he's seen the enemy at that point. That's fine. Just remember, guys, he's playing on controller with built-in aim assist. And that's what his shots look like, okay? That's what his shots look like. And he was strafing left and right as well while shooting then. There was no lock onto the chest. There was absolutely no sticky aim whatsoever. So at this point, his aim looks completely natural, okay? He did have knowledge of that enemy. Now he's being shot in the back, so he knows that there's another person in there. Turns around and takes a look at the wall. Now remember where he got shot from as well. There was no enemy knowledge on that side. He jumps up here, watch. Okay. That was one of the deciding moments for me to make me believe that there may actually be wall hacks in use here. So what I did, I actually checked it over. I pulled it back to make sure after that whole rotation, throughout the whole rotation, there was absolutely no sign of an enemy on the minimap. He's then decided to push in this side. So bear in mind, he's now at the other side of Superstore. Still no enemy knowledge here whatsoever. Picks up another gun. There it is. Now, at this point, this is where you've got to really start to analyse whether or not there's an enemy visible anywhere. Okay? Nothing whatsoever as he turns that corner on the left side. Nothing. He jumps straight up here and pre-aims directly where the enemy appears from. He doesn't actually kill the enemy, but again, you can see that his aim isn't sticky in any way. But the way he pre-aimed that was almost like he knew that the enemy was going to appear up there, with no knowledge of the enemy's whereabouts, even listening for footsteps in that situation. There was none. So that to me looked like a perfect pre-aim. Almost like he had knowledge that the enemy was about to come that direction. Keep in mind as well that he got shot at the other side of Superstore. He's rotated all the way around whilst plating up, collecting loot on the way, with no worry that anybody else might be in there. And then only when he gets around that corner, he jumps up and pre-aims that location, and just so happens that's where the enemy appears from. Let's continue watching. So that guy was up top where he shot him from. Watch this. Like he knew he was there. Now again, he only knows that there's one enemy there at this point, okay? The reason for that is because he's only had an engagement with one. There's been no minimap knowledge of more than one enemy. And he actually downed the guy earlier on. So maybe the guy got the res off. Maybe. But watch the way he plays this now. He's just downed that guy. He's playing it extra safe, extra careful. Maybe, just maybe, he saw a second enemy there. He starts creeping around here. Finishes the down player with a headshot. Sees the enemy there. Pre-aims now. But that pre-aim as well. Let's pull it back just slightly. So although he does see the enemy dip in, he's aiming directly through this pillar. Personally, if this was me, right, or most players, you aim where you can shoot. Okay, so you check your lines. You would be looking directly over here at the shelves in case he pops out. What are you going to do if that enemy pops out and you're aiming at this post? Shoot the pillar. Shoot the post. It's not a good angle to be aiming, but the way in which he's creeping around, the enemy was actually behind these boxes when he started shooting as well. So we'll start again there. Downs that guy. Shoots at that guy. Rotates round. Sees that enemy dipping in there. So he's got knowledge that there's a second enemy there. But that pre-aim. And shoots the box first before shooting the enemy. But again, you can tell throughout these situations that his aim is natural. As he just dipped out of that real quickly, yeah. So after downing them guys and finishing them, yeah, he dips out the situation. Watch this. While he's finishing that guy, do we have any knowledge of any other enemies here? None. But he's already acting like he's dipping out. There was footsteps just then. So maybe he had knowledge based on sound. And then decides to aim that side. Okay, so I just need to pull it back a little bit more. I want to see if he has knowledge. This enemy's coming to his right side now. Did he just see an enemy there? He aims there. And kills him.
That was a start right there.
So based off them 3 kills, I would say there's a chance that on the first 2 there was knowledge, possibly on that one. But the guy he pre-aimed who jumped up the top, that one to me was really the sign that made me think this guy could be using wall hacks. And that's why we're analysing his gameplay through and through now.
Really? What am I missing? Freaking $900 here.
It's another sign as well, guys, that you've got to look out for. Like, he's in the process of trying to get enough money for loadout, and he's just like sort of scanning round Superstore. But he's not scanning around on the floor or locations. He's actually looking through the racking and the walls. That's what it looks like to me. And then runs directly to where there's a stack of cash. And if anybody's seen my previous videos where we explain wall hacks, you will know that you can actually have items and loot actually set up so that it shows you that in your ESP wall hack settings. So you can know the locations of loot crates. You can know the locations of loose loot on the floor, money, anything like that. You can actually find it based on the wall hacks.
Oh shit.
Okay, so he pulls his heartbeat sensor out here. He's looked left then pulls it out. So he'd already looked in that direction first. Then he pulled his heartbeat sensor out.
Fucking
And he got killed.
Man. Load out fucking UAV. What? Oh, he's cheating. Oh, he's 100% cheating. Did anybody else see that? I just got shot.
Bit awkward.
Fucking, okay, alright.
So he thinks that that guy was cheating. Right, I want to watch this kill cam back and see why he thinks that guy was cheating. Remember, there's two people here.
Fucking two motherfuckers, man. Load out fucking UAV. What? Oh, he's cheating.
So apparently he thinks that guy's cheating because of the way in which he aimed at them then. And he did. He pre-aimed in a location where he wasn't actually visible. Maybe he thought when he jumped around the corner he was going to be visible. Then he shot to the right and the left. But hey, I mean, they're the same signs that we've seen in the gameplay from the real Ginger P so far. Okay, so he's in the gulag now. Let's watch his tracking, maybe. Throws that over there. But he was already aiming in that direction. You can hear footsteps on this the whole way. Could hear footsteps. So he's got 4 kills at this point. Nothing spectacular at the moment, but the first situation in Superstore was suspicious as hell.
How much money? How many UAVs you got, punks?
Sniper down the way. Again, those shots were through a fence then. He's had to push out to get out the storm. That's something dodgy about that aim then. So he was lying down, stood up and just started shooting directly at the enemy then. Is there a chance he's toggling aimbot as well? So he's finally got his loadout. He's picked up one of the enemy's snipers.
That's how you get out of that shitty situation. That was bad. Died. I didn't. Cause I'm just better. Good. I really should have died right there. Without any doubt.
I'd say so as well. And if you compare the aim in that situation to the aim that he had in Superstore at the start, it just doesn't add up. It almost appears like something was switched on. Maybe he switched it on after he died in the Superstore. Or after the gulag.
Especially if I'm gonna snipe. Over here.
So he's just called out right over here with nothing on the minimap. But he did call it out right over here.
But I'm ghosted right now.
So if he said right over here and continues to push the direction he's going, and the way in which he's, you know, sort of swiveling side to side as he slide cancels, almost as if he has knowledge that there's an enemy close by. But there's nothing on the UAV. He's just popped out. There's someone on his left, but I think they're further out. Okay, so he's missing his shots with the sniper.
God.
Like badly missing his shots. He hit that one.
Be advised, UAV is bingo fuel.
Boy.
Enemy UAV overhead.
Now he's just popped dead silence. He's just popped dead silence here. Let's pull it back just a little bit. Okay, and there's a reason for that. So, okay, the car's just come in now. You see the car just come in. He's popped a dead silence. Has a little look to the left there. Sees that no enemies there. Pushes upstairs. Trying to get the high ground against the enemy. But watch this. It's almost like he looked directly at the enemy. Popped a few little shady shots off so it didn't look blatant. Knows he's got time to reload his sniper indoors on the stairway.
Ghosted.
Checks his heartbeat. Says he's ghosted. Okay.
Oh my.
That was the moment I needed to show you. That's the moment we were building up to there. So even though that car come in and he had knowledge the enemy was there, he actually come out and peeked it. It did look like he looked directly at the enemy. So he sprayed a couple of shots, went in the stairwell, done a little rotation, you know, to make it look like legit. Then he's come back out. And as he's come back out, watch the way in which he positions himself as if he can see the enemy when there's a wall in his way. Okay. This is it now. He's looked to the right there. Okay. He had a look to the right. Continues over here. Again. Looks to the right. Almost down and to the right. What's he looking at that point? There's the enemy. Again, repositions himself there whilst looking through the wall. Repositions himself, and then look. Although it isn't pinpoint accurate on the enemy's head, at no point have we decided whether or not he is using aimbot. There were a couple of shots earlier on behind the cars which did look slightly off compared to his earlier gameplay, but the earlier gameplay in Superstore showed his aim to be natural. So let's just imagine he can see a player box or player skeleton at this point. He's aiming as close as he can to him through the wall. Then takes his shot. That to me is a big sign of wall hacks again.
Oh my.
And again, that one. What was with that reposition there? I'm just looking on the minimap here to see whether or not there's actually any information given out about this second guy running in from the right side. He looks, again, through the wall. Nothing here. And then peeks it round there. It's almost like he times it perfect to peek at that moment. Yeah? Readjust his aim there. Look at that. The earlier on situation where he pre-aims up on that little roof inside Superstore was the one that made me really decide to analyse this gameplay. But this moment right here was the one that made me believe that he was wall hacking, in my opinion. Yeah. So, although there were little moments throughout which could potentially explain how he had little bits of knowledge of certain enemies, there were also moments where he shouldn't have any knowledge of certain enemies. The first one being a little situation inside Superstore where he sits like sort of on the edge of the roof and pre-aims waiting for the enemy to jump up, along with a couple of other situations along the way as well. Then he calls the guy out who killed him in Superstore for using wall hacks, based off little moments, again, which were nowhere near as sus as what his gameplay looks like. And then as it goes further into the game, he's making plays he shouldn't even know where the enemies are. He starts fighting with guys who are getting a loadout, missing all of his shots with the sniper. Then this car comes in. He pre-aims the car, nothing there, goes up onto the roof. He looks directly where the enemy is, but then decides to spray a couple of shots and go back inside and mess about, reload the sniper. He goes back up, and this is where it gets extremely interesting. This is where he then pre-aims again to the point where he has the enemy's head perfectly placed almost into the crosshair, takes the shot. But that last one, how did he know that that enemy was there? He just couldn't have known that enemy was pushing in. So just to be sure on this situation, we've pulled it back and we're going to watch it through again, because I want to check the minimap to make sure, just make sure there's no knowledge. Comes out there, gives a little spray after looking directly down where the enemy was. Goes inside, does a little mess about, reloads his guns. Again, checking the minimap. There's nothing there to state that there is even another enemy in the area. It's the one guy he's just done a little couple of spray shots at. Okay, checks that downstairs door, pushes back upstairs with the sniper out, looks to the right there, looks down to the right there, and then repositions himself so that it's directly towards the enemy, and then looks to the right and perfectly aims at that guy, that last guy.
No way, dude, no way!
And that is the cherry on the cake. The guy who he downed first with the sniper before pre-aiming to the right actually self-revived and killed him. Yes, the real Ginger P just got shit on. And it was fantastic to see. In fact, you know what I'm going to do? Let's slow it down for you now.
My. No way, dude, no way!
Well, there you have it. And it's safe to say he wasn't using aimbot at the end there. Well, there we have it, guys. The real Ginger P is definitely suspicious as hell. The way in which he's pre-aiming certain situations just to me appears that he has more knowledge than he should. The way in which he's making decisions within certain situations when he should be in a heated gunfight just seemed to be that of someone who knows an enemy's location as well. But I would love to hear your thoughts on the matter. Do you think the real Ginger P is cheating? Do you think he's using wall hacks? Or do you think he's legit? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you enjoyed the video, guys, be sure to hit that thumbs up. Why not give the video a share as well? It helps massively. If you're new, subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any future videos. If you want to support the channel further, hit that blue join button today and become a member of the Triple B fam. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter at BADBOY BEAMAN. Until next time, I'll catch you on the flip side. Peace!